Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about things that you could eat or consume a little bit more in order to get your hair to grow back or grow back normal. So if you're anything like me and you did experience some kind of hair loss at any stage of your life, I guess for that matter, for me that did happen after about a year of being vegan. So I think this may be more specific to vegans who have suffered from or experienced some sort of hair loss. Now I feel like my hair is growing again. It's starting to get thicker. I have also stopped washing it every day and stopped putting any kind of heat on it, so that might also be contributing to my hair being a lot healthier. But I definitely think that since changing my diet a little bit into something where I really am conscious about what I'm consuming has also really helped out. So this is just what I experienced that helped me, and I always want to make that loud and clear. What works for me may not work for somebody else, but I just want to help anybody out who might be in the same situation. I have 6 vitamins and nutrients sort of, which I have to watch out for and see that I get more of into my diet. So let's get into them. My number one thing that I'm pretty sure that I was not getting enough of at some point of my vegan diet was protein. So in the beginning, when I first became vegan, I think I was a very healthy vegan, and I ate such a variety of foods that I don't think that I became protein deficient very quickly. But as time went by, I started to become less and less conscious about the things that I was eating, and I was just not really paying attention to any nutrients and vitamins that a body may need. You know, I didn't know anything about that stuff anyway. So yeah, once I started to lose my hair and started to make research about what I should be consuming, I realized, hey, you know what? I'm probably not eating enough of protein. So I did make a video about a month ago, 2 months ago, where I tell you guys where I now get all of my vegan protein from. Protein is just so important for the whole body and for the whole functioning of the body, but especially hair. You always have to remember that hair is made primarily out of protein. It pretty much is protein, so you definitely need to be having protein in your body in order for your hair to grow and to be healthy. Next vitamin that I think I may have been lacking at some point in my vegan journey was vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is something you can get from a certain amount of foods and everything, but it's best received from pure sunlight. So it's always said that going outside for 15 or 20 minutes, you know, where the sun is shining, is always a good idea, and that will always give you a sufficient amount of vitamin D. But because I live in Germany and I come from Finland, you know, the sun is not always shining, and especially in the winter the sun does go down a bit earlier, so there's a lot of darkness, and we work from home. There was probably a chance that I was in fact deficient in vitamin D. I decided to start taking a vitamin D supplement. Vitamin D is a supplement that I think, you know, it's not a bad thing to take. You know, you won't be getting too much of vitamin D, if you know what I mean. So for me, it's more of a better safe than sorry kind of thing. And since taking that supplement, I have seen a difference within my hair. So my third vitamin or nutrient is magnesium. And I read that your hair follicles need magnesium in order for them to grow. So magnesium is an essential vitamin for your body, for many functions again, but especially also for your hair follicles. They need that magnesium in order to attain or get healthy hair growth. And I found that again super interesting. You know, there were so many things that I just don't know about, so this was just a journey in itself already. So yeah, magnesium. I think that is also, again, one of the things that I may have been lacking. Many of these vitamins and nutrients, I think I was lacking also in general because I was not necessarily eating the healthiest whole food variety of fruits and vegetables diet. I was definitely not eating enough green leafy greens, so kale and spinach and arugula and stuff like that. You know, those leafy greens have the most dense amount of nutrients, and they are just so healthy for you, and I was definitely not eating enough of them. And magnesium is something that you can also get very well from them, especially from spinach, and also apparently pumpkin seeds are a very good source of magnesium. So the fourth vitamin or nutrient that I may have been lacking was vitamin E, and this one I found out when I started to track my nutrients. As I was tracking the food that I was taking, I was doing it in order to see what vitamins and nutrients am I getting enough of and what not, and vitamin E was always on the red zone there, so I figured, okay, that can't be good. And at this point I was even trying to be really healthy, and even with my healthy diet I wasn't getting enough vitamin E apparently. So I thought that was really interesting, and probably throughout my whole vegan journey, maybe during my meat eating times as well, maybe I wasn't getting enough of vitamin E. So I decided to actually start taking a vitamin E supplement because it was always on the red zone. So I don't know, kind of again, better safe than sorry situation. Although I do want to start eating foods that are rich in vitamin E, and I will probably leave that supplement out of my daily routine at some point. But for now I'm taking a supplement, and vitamin E can be of course found in a variety of foods. For example, in dark green leafy greens, and also any kind of nuts, and also sunflower seeds. So I'm just really making sure that I'm eating a nice salad or a green smoothie every day right now, just to get those greens in. Fifth nutrient or vitamin that may have contributed to my hair loss, that is biotin. I think many of you have heard of biotin, especially if you have experienced hair loss already. A lot of people who experience hair loss do go to a biotin supplement. I've heard good stories about them, but I've also heard bad stories about them. And again, personally, I just love going to the source. And what biotin does is that it breaks down the protein into amino acids so that it helps your hair grow. So where can you find biotin? Again, dark greeny leafy greens, dark green leafy greens. They're just so good for you, and literally you can find every nutrient in there, so make sure you get enough of them in your daily diet. But also lentils and walnuts are apparently rich in biotin, so also ensure to eat those in your daily diet or just every now and then. Okay, so the sixth and last vitamin or nutrient I want to talk about is vitamin A. Now this is one thing that I don't know if I necessarily got too less of. I think there were times that I probably did. Vitamin A can be found in really dark orange fruit vegetables, so think about peaches and stuff like that, but also again in dark green leafy greens. Those were my 6 vitamins or nutrients that I feel like I may have been a little bit deficient on during my vegan diet. I was never like a super unhealthy vegan or anything, you know, I would say it was sort of balanced, but I still feel like the junk food part and the unhealthy stuff was very big at some point, which did lead me to come to this point. And as I already told you several times in this video, I was not eating enough of my greens. Definitely make sure you're eating those greens. So yeah, I hope this video could help any one of you guys out. I'm just sharing my experiences and what I have found out, and as I've been more conscious in getting these vitamins and nutrients into my body through eating the foods that they are, you know, coming from, or eating foods that are rich in these vitamins and nutrients, I feel like it has really helped my hair growth, especially protein. Protein is number 1 for me, but maybe you already are eating a lot of beans and lentils and everything like that, then maybe you're not eating enough greens. I don't know, there could be so many reasons. I really highly encourage you to make your own research, and maybe this video gave you some kind of inspiration as well. And yeah, if you are experiencing any kind of hair loss, or you have thin hair like I do, please don't be afraid to reach out to me. I totally understand what you guys are going through, and maybe we can talk about this together. I'm in no way an expert or a doctor or anything, but what I can always offer you guys is some support and tell you what has worked for me and what hasn't. I hope you guys liked this video. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and also subscribe for my channel for more videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Moin moin!